It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, neighbor. How you doing? Uh, we got some good stuff going for y'all today, man. We gonna hop right in here. Let's be honest. With what we got going today, most relationships don't end because of cheating. They end because people stop trying. But you know what? We're gonna talk about that today. So let's light it up. Yeah, man.
What's up with it?
What it is, y'all. Y'all know, y'all tapped into the 5 session, no scripts, just the truth. Y'all know what we talking about? Not yet, though. Y'all don't know what we talking about yet because we ain't told you. But before we start getting in all that, y'all know we got to make sure everybody good before we jump in the fire. So, Trish Michelle, you're back rocking with us this week. We happy to have you back. How you doing?
Yes, sir, man. I'm back, but clearly I'm still on vacation because your girl can't get right. I cannot. I can't. I ain't no way it's jet lag at this point. I must still want to be in the Dominican Republic. I can't stay up. I'm still on vacation mentally and physically, clearly. But I'm back. I'm here. It's good to be back. I say, you know what? I need to get back into this routine. So I'm glad to be here with y'all.
That
All right.
routine. Folks don't want to be in that routine no more.
All right. Well, we definitely glad to have you back. We missed your energy, and we need your input on these things that we are discussing as usual. Wow, Benji Bang.
Yes.
Man, I got some fruit. I planted some fruit trees in my backyard, fam. So I officially hit my old stage. You know what I'm saying? Getting excited about stuff that, it's kind of, chilling. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. But other than that, no issues. No, I had my grandbabies over this weekend. So got to chill and do all of that kind of stuff. We're in pawpaw stage and what I'm saying, building, what I'm saying, backyards. And I'm gonna have me some chickens real soon, fam. Watch what I tell you. I'm gonna invite you over to the pond, fam. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Hey, what's with you and these chickens? Are
Why do
you
you want
chickens and
chicken?
robots? Chickens and robots.
Chickens and robots.
That's you.
But why do you want chickens?
I don't want to go to the grocery store for nothing no more. Do you hear me?
I mean, okay.
I want to eat off my own land. It's been a goal, dream, vision of mine. And yeah, I don't want to go to the grocery store for nothing. I don't like whatever they putting in the food after I done had my colonoscopy months ago.
Oh
It
my
just
God.
don't.
It is not the colonoscopy anymore, okay?
I'm telling you, it don't feel right. It just don't be sitting right in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? It just don't feel right. So you know what I'm saying? I'm about to plant my own veggies, have my own fish, have my little lake. You know what I'm saying? Have me some chickens, have me some, some fruits and vegetables. And
Okay.
yeah, that's how we're
I'm
gonna do
gonna
it.
do my produce shopping over there. Got you, got you.
Oh man. Hey man, I feel you though. Trying to get your own stuff, have your own stuff lined up where you can at least have you some chicken, some eggs, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things, at least the basic things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's dope. That's dope to be able to do that. So I hear you, man. We all have dreams and aspirations. So
You
that's
know?
what's up. That's what's up, man. Um, yeah, man. It's another week. I'm doing great, man. Life is good. Got a lot of projects I'm working on, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I saw a clip from Nipsey Hussle, man, that really inspired me. And then in the clip, he was talking about how what you're passionate about or what you're doing should feel like a burden sometimes. It should feel like a burden because I ain't gonna lie to you, the stuff that I've taken on lately, the projects that I've taken on, it does feel like a burden at times when I start scheduling all of this stuff that I got to do. But guess what? I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna make
Hey,
it
we got
happen
to.
and I'm gonna line it all up And I know, weeks, months, days, whatever it take from here, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna appreciate, what I'm saying, the struggle, the grind,
Exactly.
what I'm saying, everything that I put into it, I'm gonna appreciate it. So, even the days when I get frustrated at, kind of like not having enough time per se, you gotta make time because you gotta make these things happen. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where I'm at in my life right now, man. I got a lot of great stuff going on and just a lot of new stuff, a lot of a lot of adjusting that I gotta do
And
per se.
I finally filed my taxes. That took forever.
Oh, I still got to do that.
Yeah, man, I'm saying I'm just trying to, like you said, man, making time for things that you gotta do. They gotta get done. So it's like there's never gonna be enough time in the day. So I kept like, okay, the next day, okay, next week, okay. And then I was like, you know what? No. So that's kind of how I've been, especially with feeling really tired. I just been like that. Like, no, no, we're gonna do this today. We're gonna do this today. Eventually, I'll come back to California mentally at some point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I got to do my taxes too. So, and luckily for me, I have all my paperwork. I just need to
Same, yeah,
open up TurboTax and just input the information and hit send. So, take me a couple of hours max. And I've been doing it for a decade now. So, what I'm saying,
yeah.
I've gotten pretty good at it. It's the same stuff every year for me. So, yeah. So, like I
That's
said,
what
I
makes it easy.
yeah, yeah, it's
Mm,
easy. So, and then on top of that, for you all out there who probably have used TurboTax before, any of these softwares, I'm sure, but I know TurboTax because that's what I use. It keeps your stuff in a file. So when you file the following year, you can just use that file and
mhm.
upload it, and it pre-populates a lot of stuff, and you can just go
Yeah,
through and make your changes, and
changes if
then
need be.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So it makes it way, way easier. So yeah. So some of y'all out there, what I'm saying, paying people to do your taxes, and that's what's up. But, if you don't have a bunch of, I would say, things that you're writing off and things of that nature, you probably
Yeah.
could look into it and probably do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Save
Mhm.
yourself some bread. I'm not saying get out of it, but I'm just saying, like, if you feel like you're good enough, you're good enough with numbers and just inputting information, maybe you could take a crack at it. That's all I'm
Just a
saying.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I ain't saying that if you don't feel like you're capable of it,
Then
don't do it.
now my mom literally used to do my taxes, the greatest thing in the world. I knew how to do them, but I didn't
Yeah,
have to do them. So
yeah,
now I was like, dang, all right.
yeah. Because I'm not taking responsibility for nobody getting audited.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want them saying
exactly.
Big Ken said anything to cause you to get in any trouble. So yeah,
Man,
yeah. We here for advice, but not that kind of advice.
not that type. We not. I had a family member that tried to cut my mama sideways. I had to let them know that she was backed up with this high quality security, aka me. I don't know who y'all talking to. Step back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
out of there
yeah,
because
yeah.
you whatever you was doing.
Yeah, facts. All right. Yeah, we got an interesting topic today. Everybody wants to be in a relationship. At some point or another, or some of us, just relationship type people where we just love being in relationships, right? But not everybody knows how to maintain one. And that's kind of what we're getting in today. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining love doesn't survive on feelings alone, right? As much as some people think it does, you can't just have the feelings. It survives on effort, communication, and respect, right? Um,
Facts.
People stop doing what attracted their partner, and the comfort replaces the effort. That's the issue, right? So the same effort it took you to get them is the same effort it's going to take you to keep them. So on this episode of the Five Session, we're talking about relationship maintenance. That's the real work that you put behind a lasting love. So, what I'm saying, let's get into it. We want to talk about the maintenance principles first. Y'all know we always going to give you some, you know, some advice, some tips, some things that help you along the way. So we're gonna start there, right? So when I do
Okay.
my Googles and my research and get the information, um, so the principles are broken down into five pillars, right? So the first pillar, communication. And in my estimation, it's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
because without communication in any relationship, you're gonna suffer. You're
You'd
gonna
be
have issues.
surprised. Ooh,
Right.
how many people don't even know how to communicate properly?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. And let me say this too. It's not just communicating, it's communicating effectively with that individual.
Right.
Because a lot of people take the communication piece and be like, well, this worked with the last person, so this is how I
Yes.
communicate. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, 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 no. You have to learn how to communicate with that new person.
Yeah, everybody receives things differently. So you
Yeah,
gotta
Right.
deliver it differently.
yeah. See, there you go. And I mean, I think with that, the only way you figure that type of stuff out is by having honest conversations, by being able to, what I'm saying, be upfront with people and be able to tell them how you really feel about things. And on the other side of that, if you have somebody delivering it a certain way that you're not feeling, you got to be man or woman enough to say, "Hey, listen, watch how you handle me. Like I don't like when you approach me with that or that
Right.
way. You know what I'm saying? Like tell them that you don't like that. Tell them that you don't like that way that they approached you or the way they said that or whatever the case may be, and y'all can have a conversation about that. But you have to, as they say, teach people how to talk to you.
Facts. I agree.
All right. So, and another key thing to communication, I always laugh at this one because this goes over people's heads all the time. Listen to understand, not to win. Because when people
Ooh.
when people are
Ooh.
having conversations, they listening because they want it, they want to hear the information, but it go right over their head unless they hear something that grabs them, right? But
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, the only time they can regurgitate anything is if it's something that they're using to throw in your face or something to help them win their side of the argument of the conversation. But it shouldn't be that. It should be you just
Yeah.
listening to understand what I'm actually saying.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I think comprehension comes in there also. Like, are you actually understanding what the person is picking up or whatever that person's putting down? And that could be challenging because a lot of people don't really listen with the intent to actually understand what you're saying. So that's a tough spot to be in too, because that kind of boils down to like respect and a lot of things. Like, do I value a person's voice? If I value your voice enough, I'm gonna listen intently and try to understand you. But if I don't really respect your voice, it's like you talking and you going through one ear and out the other, as the OGs would say, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that happens a lot though, bro. Because um, especially if you saying something they ain't trying to hear.
Facts,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like
Yeah.
they definitely are not gonna be receptive to that or trying to hear it in a way that's constructive for the conversation to go the way it should. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, people are selfish, man. So even in conversation, they're selfish. You
Right. You
know,
can't get a word in, huh?
and the words you getting in, they ain't hearing it no way.
Facts.
Yeah,
And that and
so
that's and that's crazy because if you're in a relationship or you're with someone, the intention is to become one. Like you should be becoming one, and that should be the goal overall. But it's crazy to be on a team and not to feel like you're part of the team, or like, do you really want to be on the team? It's kind of a crazy thing, right?
yeah, I mean, I think too, it's one of those things where you mentioned the team. It should be you playing one on one, but you feel like there's another person there clearly because they're not, you know, directing the attention and the focus to you.
Right.
Especially, what I'm saying, especially like we're talking about with the communication piece. Don't talk to me about what your mama say, what your sister say, what nobody else say.
I want
Man.
to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say,
Yeah.
and I want to hear your words because all this other stuff that you're regurgitating and talking about, other people told you before, or somebody else, gave you advice on. Yeah, it's a lot of people out there that know how to get places, but some
Hmm.
people gonna take you down the street with potholes.
Hmm.
Facts. And if they conversations sound like memes all the time, well, you're in trouble, fam. You're in trouble.
Facts. All right. So communication is the most important piece, but after that, we got some other pieces. Okay, number 2 on the list is appreciation, right?
Mm,
Everybody wants to be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in conversation, part of the communication piece, everybody wants to know that, what I'm saying, what they're saying is appreciated.
hmm.
Small gratitude moments. When you see small things, for example, you're in the house, you just walking back and forward, and especially for the guys, I'm gonna say with my guys on this,
Hmm. Hmm.
if you notice that she's got on a new perfume or a new fragrance,
Right, right.
don't just
On
be like, oh, that smell good. Just be like, hey, what's that you got on? I like
yeah,
that.
what else you got on? Right.
Yeah, just ask. It's a small thing, but if she spent time trying to find that, and most likely she,
She did.
she know you gonna be, feeling it. She hopes you
Hmm.
feel it. You know what I'm saying? And for you just to recognize that she got on something new, that what I'm saying, your nose peaked. That's small
Right.
gratitude, right?
Right. Or when she got on your favorite booty shorts and she just walking around the house and you know what I'm saying? Compliment, girl, that thing looking good on you, girl. I like that. It matters. It matters.
She know
Small
that. That's
gratitude
why she
moment.
put them on. She put those on for the other part.
Hey,
Facts,
hey,
facts.
man,
She
hey,
hoping
man.
you know
Yeah, I'm
this.
like, she know you're gonna notice those. Above anything, you're gonna notice
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, you should.
You gotta tell her, hey man, it must be my birthday because you brought some cakes up in
Like,
here.
oh, okay, you put those on. You trying to have that
Oh,
type of night. Okay.
oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all right with me. Fellas, you got to notice those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Acknowledge that the cake and acknowledge that the cake was good.
Okay, yeah.
You got the
Is that the
Yeah.
small
2?
gratitude moments.
Small gratitude.
Small
That's like
gratitude. Small
he losing weight. I didn't notice that.
Oh,
But he ain't working out, so he losing. He must. I don't know. But yesterday I was just like looking at him. I was like, and we got like all the family over, but I just happened to stare at him. I was like, "Are you losing weight?"
mm-hmm.
And his mother-in-law or stepmom, I'm sorry, she was like, Isn't he?" And then so everybody was like, "I thought so too." And he's like,
Right, right.
"Nah," and I'm like, "No, you really are." And I was like, "I see you. Okay,
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 all right.
you
Getting
know,
a little,
see
getting a
what
little
you're
love.
doing." I was like, "Look
Get,
good on you. There you go."
as long as you ain't using no Manjaro, no
Hey
Wegovy, or
man,
none of that.
if he is, it's okay. It's okay.
Nah,
We're
nah,
not gonna
yeah.
talk down on anybody using those products. You gotta do what you gotta do. But
Some
sometimes it
people
could
actually
be,
really do, and they
yeah,
do
yeah,
have
Yeah,
health problems where they can't lose the
yeah,
weight,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it may be, or they
Right.
got
yeah,
emergent health concerns that require them to lose the weight, and they need to hurry up.
yeah.
Hey,
My
Facts.
my wife told me I lost too much weight,
Oh, you
but
walk around look like a bobblehead, huh?
no, 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 not no bobblehead.
bobble wobble.
I
Ah, ha,
carry my
ha.
weight. I carry my weight well. But she was like, "You losing too much weight. You eating?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just we are moving around." The doctor said I need to lose. You know what I'm saying, some weight. So she was like, "No,
Benji got
don't
a
lose too much
Manjaro
weight."
head.
Mm, yeah. Sheesh.
Small gratitude moment. So you know what I'm saying. I had to go get me some church's chicken and start eating. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying.
All right, man. You
Uh,
gonna tear your new stomach up. You gonna tear that new stomach.
I'm just saying, small gratitude moment. And I was like, all right, I dig it. I feel what you're saying. I didn't want to lose it, but when you're moving and grooving, shaking and baking, it fall off. It
Yeah.
just when you start moving like crazy, weight just comes off. So
That weight got that tenderism. It's falling off your
the
bone.
bone, facts,
Tenderness.
tenderness. One in the nation. That ain't one in the nation no more.
Oh man. All right. All right. So see, this is the energy that, what I'm saying, those small compliments
Right.
bring, right? The good
Right.
energy, what I'm saying, those good moments in the house where y'all just chilling and lighten the mood. But you never know what a person could have been going through that day or what a person could be thinking, what's on their mind. And your comment could just change the whole trajectory of their day or their evening or whatever the case may be. So again, those type of things are very important.
Small gratitude moments. I like those. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
Yep. All right. Number 3 on the list, intentional time. that speaks for itself. You have to be intentional. Sometimes we get sidetracked, we get busy, we got so many things going on. We got kids, we got grandkids, we got all this stuff going on that we forget that we got to make time for each other. So
Mm-hmm.
date nights and sometimes disconnecting from that phone for a little while just to, sit and have time to just lock in with your person, right?
Facts.
So I mean, it sounds easy, but a lot of
It ain't
people,
no more. It ain't no
well,
more, Ken. We was talking about this because the restaurants is tripping, man. Like it ain't like you take your lady out, you know what I'm saying? You want to, her favorite little spot, you know what I'm saying? You pull up on it and then you get crappy service and then you get crappy food. It just
but
it's a struggle right now.
it's other options other than restaurants. You got a lot
Right?
of other things that you could go and do. I'm pretty sure in areas that we live in or we live close to large metropolitan areas, there are other attractions that we could be creative with, and we
Mm-hmm.
could figure out things that our significant other might like to do.
Facts.
Right. And that goes back to, guess what? Number one on the list that we already talked about, at communication. If
Communication.
you're talking and you're asking the right questions and you're having meaningful conversations and you're actually listening to that
Mm-hmm.
person, they're going to tell you some things that clue you in to things that they like, things that they want
Right.
to experience, things that they have not experienced before that they may be interested in, but you won't find any of that out unless you start listening.
I mean, you gotta do that. And but like you can't be that person also that doesn't know how to express themselves in a healthy manner. Because some people think everything is an argument, and you gotta be mindful of that. If you love going to the beach like I do, and I ain't been to the beach in a minute, fam. Listen, I need to hit the beach. I used to just go out by the water, jump in some water, take whatever. You got to be open and be able to communicate that what your needs are for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because there are certain things that we enjoy that our significant other may not enjoy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, your wife, husband, they might not enjoy that, right?
Right.
But there are some times too where we're gonna have to, bend a little bit and say, you
Facts.
know what, I'm that's not really my thing, but
But
because you love it so much and I
we're
love you
going.
so much, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
We're going.
And and sometimes I ain't gonna even lie to you. Sometimes you go to things like that that you really not interested in,
And
and
you
you wind
end
up
up
having a good
enjoying it.
time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you with your person. My wife flips out because I like to go out in the deep part of the water. It freaks her out when I'm out there at the beach. You get what I'm saying? She like, don't ever do that again. That type of thing. So, but that's not her thing to get in the water, go swimming. I'm a fish. I love to do it. But when we out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to enjoy myself. And you just end up enjoying yourself because there's other things to do. Don't lock yourself into just one concept. You get what I'm saying? Go do something a little different. And I think that is very beneficial for any couple.
Yeah. I think something you said is key too. Sometimes we get joy out of watching the people that we love have joy,
Yeah,
right?
Fact.
fact.
You
And
know,
not stressed out. Yeah,
yeah, especially I know we see our kids, have joy and then we have joy, but seeing your significant other do things and sometimes you like I said, you're not, like I'm not a huge play guy, but if my wife wants to go to a play, then
going
we
to
go
it.
to a play. And
Right.
sometimes I'm not really into it, but because she have a good time, makes me have a good time.
Right.
So
Reducing the stress levels is dope. When you see that smile on your partner's face, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes her happy. She digs doing that, and it's good because we get stuck in the routine. My uncle used to say most people live in a 12-mile radius. They go to work, they go home, maybe go to the store, maybe do this, and you find that your life is in this 12 to 15-mile radius, and you're doing the same thing all the time, over and over and over again. That could be monotonous. And if you're not careful, you'll just get stuck in that grind. So to get out of that, sometimes, yeah, you got to go to Dominican Republic like Patricia just did.
You
Saying
know, get out
well,
there, create some memories. Put the phone down.
yeah,
facts.
yeah, that, and then like Benji saying that 12 mile radius, I call that fishbowl living. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You live in a fishbowl. You just,
Facts.
going a little around, like you see the fish in that little fishbowl, they just move in a certain little area.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And they comfortable with that though, because that's all they know.
Right.
exactly.
And going outside of that can be, uncomfortable for some people to venture outside their norm, but that's the only way you're gonna know if you like other things, or if you want to
Yeah.
experience other things, is to just go and do it.
Some people don't like it because they're scared of being stereotyped, but I do not care. I don't care if white folks is looking at me if they think it ain't your beach. I do not
Yeah.
care. I'm coming down here to enjoy
I think
what
it's
I'm
kind of
going to
funny
enjoy.
when they stare. So
Of course. Well, we know why they're staring at the sisters most of the time, but that's a different subject.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
You're out there with the beach uniform on. I mean, yeah,
yeah, man. What's funny is it's not even just that. You could be out laughing and having fun. We was out at dinner
Right.
the other day with a birthday dinner, and a different table kind of came through midway, and the table was prominently all whites. And if we got to laughing, one of them will be looking like, I'm like,
Yeah.
but when they act like this, and we weren't even like acting
Right.
wild or nothing, because that ain't even my people's,
Right.
or my group. But yeah, it's like, but if y'all go out and y'all cackling and stuff, don't nobody say nothing to y'all, so leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone. Enjoy yourself. I don't care. All eyes on me. I know when I go down there
But
because I'm probably gonna run into maybe one or two brothers the whole trip. I do not care. I'm going. What's
well,
up,
we
my
was in the
guy? You know
DR.
what I'm
We
saying?
we were it was a lot of us out there, and
Oh
it's
yeah, you
all
know it's
of course,
it's full of
Dominican,
niggers out there.
Haitian.
Yeah, yeah.
We all
It's full of niggers out there.
exactly.
Anybody was barbecuing on the patio?
And look, yes, actually, there was so much going on. There was
I
like
knew it.
there was a haircut happening while someone was riding a motorcycle, little
Mm-hmm,
moped bike
mm-hmm,
with a scooter, and someone was shooting pool, all while someone was cooking fish, all in the same
mm-hmm,
spot.
mm-hmm. Multifaceted Negroes. I dig it. I
Yeah, I was
love it.
like, yo, it's literally everywhere you turn, it's something crazy happening. Like it's just a lot happening at once. You're just like, hey,
Right.
Yeah. You gotta experience those things, and you never know things like that will be going on at a place like the DR unless you go there and see
yeah,
Facts.
it yourself. So
Now,
yeah.
now I'll say this, Ken. One of the coolest things you and your lady can do is just go to the mall and people watch.
oh
Go
man,
sit down and just people watch. You will have a hilarious, great time people watching. Me and my wife, we've done it several times. We just go to the mall and just sit in a chair and just watch people pass by. And boy, you see some interesting sights if you just be still for a minute. And you can laugh. You can laugh at people's. I'm telling
Yeah,
yeah,
clearly that's where the aliens hang out at,
you.
because you see some people that are men in blackish, and you like, whoa, yeah,
yes.
Mhm.
aliens do exist.
Facts.
You see some
Fact.
crazy stuff. We did a little people watching in the DR, in
Yeah.
the
Facts.
the club scenes and the parties and the all this. So we having our little, but then at the same time, I'm like, look at that, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, look at that,
Mhm.
like you see that, it's hilarious.
See, that goes back to number one on the list. Y'all were communicating effectively. You know what I'm
Facts.
Hmm.
saying? See, look at that. Communicating.
Works.
All right. So something Benji just mentioned a little bit earlier is people like to argue.
Mhm.
And they see anything that, any type of disagreement. If you say red, I say it's black. Now we gotta argue. Now it's a problem. That don't always have to be. You can agree to disagree. You can see
Right.
things two different ways. Conflict management is number 4 on the list, right?
Mm.
Disagree without disrespect. That's
Hmm.
the key, right? You can disagree without getting disrespectful,
Facts.
and getting
Yeah.
upset because you didn't get your way, or because things, you can't persuade this person to think like you. You have to get used to solving problems as a team. As we say at my job, solve for yes. How can we solve for yes in this situation?
I like that.
Right.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And sometimes you can't solve for yes, and that's okay. It's
Hmm.
okay to be at a point to where, you know what, we ain't gonna agree on this, but you know what,
Mhm.
it's all good. We'll figure out another way.
Right.
But
Hmm.
again, you don't have to be disrespectful, get upset, pout, um,
Mm.
and for some people, I'm not gonna say men or women, but we know women are used to this all the time. They get upset they can't get their way. Well, I ain't giving you none. Ladies, don't do
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's
Late
stupid. That's stupid for
ladies,
either side. Because
yeah, that's what I'm
sometimes
saying.
they
It's stupid for either side, but the ladies are most dudes. I don't care how
Mm.
mad you get. You
You
you gonna
still, yeah, you still,
you,
yeah,
you still gonna smash.
yeah. You
Like
still need to release. You still need to release into the atmosphere.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
wow.
the women try to withhold that. And that's a problem, ladies. So, men or women don't do that. But when you do that, you creating another problem, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because
I
now
won't
you
say who, but I know a story of someone who withheld for a very long time.
Ooh, that's a
And the
problem.
person ended up not putting him as right, but ended up meeting somebody that didn't say no.
facts.
And
It's going.
it
Yeah, it can happen.
ruined everything because down the line stayed with continuously going back to the yes person, and
Yes.
there's a yes child, and there's a no marriage, and there's a
See?
but
But
It,
see,
it it can happen for sure.
that lady solved for yes.
mm, she did. Yes, she did. She came in and said, "I got a yes for you,"
I got a yes for you. Right.
and he said, "Oh, yes, you do."
There
And,
you
and
go.
the interesting part about
Hold
that
on. And they
is
solved that problem as a team.
They did.
that's a
They
fact.
did. And
That's a fact.
unfortunately, but I don't agree at all with the whole. I'm not saying you gotta bust it wide open, just but y'all come to some type of something. Don't be
Yeah.
sitting there withholding the because you mad and you upset. Like if that ain't got nothing to do with it, y'all still attracted to each other. Because I don't care how much you get pissed off, the person don't instantly become ugly.
Ugly.
Like
I
you
don't
shut
know.
like
The
cut that out.
attitude make you
It's
ugly
attitude, but
sometimes.
that ass still there.
Yeah.
Like and when you want to
That's a
move it and
fact.
shake it, it's
That's a
still gonna
fact.
move and groove. So let's not act like it.
And like the buns change
Mm,
because your attitude stank.
they did not. And
I like.
sometimes the
So
attitude get a little bit softer.
so your
Hey,
attitude
Trey.
stink, but your buns don't. Let me
Yeah,
have them. Let me
yes.
come up off it.
Come up off it.
Hmm.
I like what Ken said though. The one problem became another problem
Yeah,
because you didn't address the first issue. You created another problem, and now you're just compounding this thing. So that was interesting.
that's a
Compound.
big
Okay,
thing.
I had a thought. Yeah, I had another thought on there, but that's interesting.
That's a big thing though. Even with communication, this guy, even if you don't communicate your problem and you withhold it, and then that problem becomes a different problem, and then you still got that
Right.
previous problem. So all of these things could trickle into more problems if you don't go ahead and try to
Facts.
resolve it.
Resolve it. Don't go to bed mad.
Say,
Try your best. I know it's difficult. Try not to go to bed mad. Try not to wake. Try not to do it. Try your best. Roll over and grab a booty. Something. Do something. I mean, you gotta do something.
but I
Can't
don't
go to
want people
bed
to
mad.
think that that's the only way to not be mad is to go ahead and get you some cakes. That
It's not, but
if you can
I
talk
mean,
about it. If y'all could,
if that's her love language, I mean,
that's
you
not
know what I'm
her love
saying?
language.
Physical touch.
That's not her love language.
Hey, if her love language is her hair being pulled, what you gonna do?
I mean,
I guarantee you that is nothing resolved by the time you swing around and still do the same shit tomorrow.
If that's her love language,
No, that is a constant
I
merry-go-round of
mean,
the same bullshit.
at
Where
this angry,
you gotta at some point
I mean, you got to have some
resolve
bullets.
and solve for yes
You got to have some
outside of the
bullets
case.
in your gun, obviously, right? But because you're mad, you might not be able to go to 3, 4, and 5. 1 and 2 might be all you're trying to give right now, and you don't want to deprive her. So if her love language is, then
That's fine. And so then when she still want to talk about it tomorrow, because she's still gonna want to address the issue at some point.
I mean,
yeah,
sit her down.
So
No,
you need to solve for yes, and it ain't gonna be the buns.
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, cook, get you a little dinner, get you a
It's not
little
gonna do it.
wine,
I'm
sit
telling
her
you.
down, talk to her. You know, it's while you're cooking,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
her watch,
Now, when is you gonna address the
let her
issue?
watch you cook. That's romantic. Let
No,
her watch
address
you
the
cook.
issue. You
I
better
Yeah,
be
mean,
well,
talking while you
sometimes
cooking.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't need to do that, Benji. Sometimes you just need to sit down and look each other in the face and have that eye to eye connection
Right.
because that they go back to the communication. Sometimes we have other stuff going on and we can't focus in on what
Mhm.
we should be doing in that moment. And
Right.
if the conversation is a very important conversation, we need to lock in,
And
right?
then
We
I
need to,
agree.
maybe
I
it's not
agree.
important to you, but if
yeah,
it's important to the other person and it seems like you're being dismissive, whether that's through how you're acting or by trying to just cook for them or let me rub your
yeah.
shoulder and bend you over real quick. Some point that dismissiveness adds up. And so then at some type of way, slowly resentment comes in because they start to feel like you don't listen, you don't take them serious.
How you just throw that menu over
I'm
in
just
there like real quick?
I'm just saying that's what you was trying to solve for X, Y, and Z, and
I mean,
He trying to solve for sex. That's what he trying to solve
yeah,
for.
he's trying to solve for bun buns.
I mean,
Oh
listen,
man.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You got to go in your arsenal. But hey, listen, all of these are great tips. These, again, this is love management, relationship
Yeah.
management. So all of these things you have to apply. You can't apply just one of them. You got to apply all of them.
Exactly. There's no
Yes.
cookie cutter resolution.
Nah.
Facts.
All right. Like I said, there were 5 pillars. Number 5 on this list is emotional check-ins. That's very something simple you can do every day, multiple times a day. When
Yes.
you're at the house, hey, how you doing? How are you
Hmm.
feeling today? How you feeling emotionally, physically? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Mentally. Do those check-ins daily. Sometimes if you know that your significant other might be having some difficulties at work or having some difficult situation that they've told you
Mhm.
about that they having at work, shoot them a text at lunchtime. How your day
See
going
what
so
they're
far?
doing. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Everything going good. Like these small things add up. They're small deposits into the bank account. So when you get home, you know what I'm saying, you can cash in on those things that you've been depositing throughout the day, right? You
Facts.
get
Exactly.
Because
home, you
you're gonna get a deposit when you get home. Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
this guy.
Okay. So clearly,
I, I, listen, all I'm saying is if you do your job, deposits can be made. If yeah, just like at work, if you show up to work, you know what I'm saying. You know, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., whatever it
and if
is.
you
You know,
change the
sometimes.
routing number, it might bounce back on you if you ain't receiving it right now because you're playing too much.
You're gonna get
Oh
to make
man.
some deposits. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh
So do your
man.
Lord.
job. Do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You're gonna be all right. But see, but this goes back again, all these are key, but go back to the communication piece. Because what if you have a chick that ain't used to you showing that love and that affection like that? And she probably look at that as like you're a little too corny for me. So you gotta be careful out here, man.
Well, I tell you what, straight up, if you got anybody, male or female, that you're doing something for and you're being kind and you're being thoughtful and they
Mhm.
think it's corny, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Yeah,
Flat out.
that's a little
Facts.
Flat out. Because
childish. It's
what I
corny.
don't do, is ungrateful. Right. So if
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
ungrateful,
I like that.
Didn't you?
I'm
What was
not.
another one? Appreciation.
Yeah.
Appreciate what I'm doing, or get
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now I'm going to do things with the attention to detail, as such as knowing your
Requested,
love
right,
language,
right,
Yes,
how
right,
you receive love and how you receive appreciation, because
intentionally.
that's
Yes.
right,
important,
right,
right? To
right.
be doing things that they appreciate, right? Not just because you want to do it, but the way that they receive it. But also, don't be mean and hateful when I'm trying to do something to show you my appreciation and it may not be your cup of tea. You can say that without being mean and hateful.
A flower is delicate, y'all. You can't just snatch it. You know what I'm saying? So, you grab the little rose petals, be soft with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right,
You know what I'm
all right.
saying?
All
I'm
right.
just
So
saying.
those were the 5 pillars, but you got to remember, love isn't maintained by anniversaries, right? So we can't
Right.
just be every time the anniversary come up, let's go out and do these grandiose things, but
Anniversaries.
in
What is that?
between
The
times you ain't really doing nothing.
Valentine,
Yeah,
birthday. Like them things ain't saving your relationship. That's great, but you need to
nah.
do this all the
You need to
time.
do more.
Random, spontaneous. Just because it's Wednesday, just because you seen her tired down or whatever it is, or you seen that he working a lot. or the kids is gone and we got a free night. Let's just,
Ooh, I love them.
You need to be
so,
making
like,
daily deposits.
be
I love
intentional.
them. Daily deposits. Yes, Lord.
It does need to be
Yes.
daily, yes.
Yes, daily
And
deposit.
so
I'll
you
tell you. I'll
now
tell you if
you and your deposits,
uh,
you know what?
I show up to work. That's all I
I'm
got to say.
I'm sure
Uh,
you do. I'm sure you do.
Listen, I'll tell you something else. Super dope. All right. You and your lady,
I'm a little scared.
2 o'clock in the morning. Get up, go to IHOP or Denny's. You know what I'm saying? Just randomly. Just get up, babe. Get up. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Go to get you some buttermilk pancakes. Now, IHOP, your eggs are trash. I just want you to know that. But
Oh.
the buttermilk pancakes is fire. I'm just saying, 2 o'clock in the morning,
Or
wake
you
your
can make it
lady
a
up.
whole lot more intimate and you could make y'all could make pancakes at 2 in the morning.
You can. Silver dollar
And y'all
pancakes,
could
you know what I'm
make
saying?
pancakes
Get you a little,
at
you
2 in
know
the
what I'm
morning.
saying? If matcha is your thing, go on and get you a little matcha. If cocoa is your thing, get you a little cocoa, whatever it is.
Cocoa, not cocaine. Cocoa.
Cocoa, not cocaine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Just
no.
so we're
No
I'm
clear.
just saying.
cocaine, no cocaina, okay? Just
No, Coco, no.
mm.
No.
I,
I'm just saying, these are little things you can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
All right. So I got a few questions for y'all and the audience. So audience, y'all chime in, let us know what y'all think about these. Give us some answers to these questions. So all right. So my first question here is, do you feel like people get too comfortable in their relationship and that becomes one of the issues? They get too comfortable. Trisha Michelle,
Oh
how
yeah,
do you feel about that?
Absolutely. Whether it's now y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, or now y'all moved in, or now y'all engaged, and now y'all married, whatever, everyone feels they get some type, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people more often than not get some type of comfortability that they go into, even when we're talking about routine itself. So sometimes our minds just fall into this comfortability of just what it is. And you forget that you still need to date the person that you're with, no matter,
hmm
even if you're married. You need
right,
to continue to court the woman, court the man. That's saying you want to tell him he looks good. You want to tell her, you want to buy her stuff, him stuff. You want to do little stuff just because. Put the smile on their face. But everyone definitely gets comfortable. It's easy to get comfortable. Life is chaotic. So we start just, this is safe. And then in safe, we
right,
feel
right.
comfort. And then in comfort, we sometimes get lazy.
hmm
And we have to draw ourselves out of that to understand that we still need to make sure that this person is feeling and seeing the things that they desire from us. We reevaluate, and then people change along the way too. This person may
Right,
not want that no more. They may want a little bit more spice now, or maybe they didn't grew because sometimes y'all rub off on each other. Now they're a little bit more like you, and you didn't acted like them, and now you drawn back a little. You
true,
gotta
true,
everything gotta change and shift. So yeah, but everyone does it. You just gotta always kind of kick yourself out of it.
true.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. So Benji, you agree with that?
No, I agree 100%. If I could echo the same words she did, I would echo those same words. I think life as you're going, you don't realize how fast it's going. And then it's going so fast, you look up, you done did this, you done checked on all your businesses, you done put mulch in the backyard, you done planted, you done did all of this stuff, and then you forget your partner is in there hustling the same as you are. And it just kind of goes in and out of your mind. And then you look around and you're like, shoot, it's 10 o'clock at night. And all we doing is now we in the bed, we rapid chasing, but we exhausted. You get what I'm saying? And we haven't really spent a lot of time. And so that could be kind of crazy, because now your partner, if your partner ain't longing for you, you got a problem.
Mhm.
Like they longing for something, because
Yeah.
desires don't go nowhere. Desires do not change. You could be 80
Mm-mm.
years old and your desires, if you like getting, you know what I'm saying, pounded, that's who you are. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just because you ate it don't mean it ain't. So
At
you
80,
gotta,
she gonna hip replacement.
hey,
She might not be able to take
hey,
the pounding.
if 30 seconds might be all she need. But if that's her thing, that's her thing. Desires, are desires. And you have to be careful, because you'll keep going in life. And then, like I said, you'll look up and it's y'all ain't really saying much beside a few texts throughout the day because both of y'all
Mhm.
hustling. And you look around, like I said, it's 10 o'clock at night, and both of y'all exhausted, and all you probably get is a hug, a kiss, and then both of y'all knocked out, and then you back up doing the same thing again. So you have to be careful. I had a saying that says, don't know your hustle more than you know your partner. Like
Yeah.
you can know the ins and outs of your hustle. That's your goal. That's your vision, your dream. But still, as your partner, remember y'all are becoming one. Y'all ain't became one yet. It takes a lifetime to kind of get to that. So you got to be careful. So
Hey, I mean, if you taking care of everything else, take care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking care of
right,
this, taking care of that, take care of your man and your woman. You
facts.
got to still take care of your man and your woman.
You juice my beats just the way I like them, huh? Oh, well, all right. I like that. It's just a little small, small little
I'm
gratitude.
surprised you weren't talking about different beats, but
Yeah.
I
Don't
but-
mean,
see.
I mean, hey, life
Yeah.
happens.
All right. So the next question on here is a very interesting one, and I know this is gonna be a little controversial, right? Is lack of effort in a relationship worse than cheating?
Mm, lack of effort worse than cheat? That's a good question. Is lack
um,
of effort?
but lack of effort can be corrected if the person desires so. But if you cheated on me, you got to go. I don't care what you're doing.
I don't know, because lack
Like,
of effort show I don't really like you.
well, that doesn't always happen that way because, say, scenario,
Mm-hmm.
I had to whip myself back in. I had a lot of deaths happen,
Mm,
so it wasn't really intentional lack of effort. It was,
exhausted, like I'm
ev-
tired
yeah.
emotionally. Yeah,
So until and without knowing, and then that conversation comes, and you're like, oh shoot, okay. Like, and so
yeah.
if this person receives
Okay,
that well, and like I said, this is something that could be talked through and changed if this person didn't even know that this was happening, depending on what's going on. That's why it's important to communicate. Like we said, number one,
right.
to figure out what's going on. Tell me what your problem is, because it's okay and it's safe here to tell me your problems. Let's not do like whatever podcast snippet I seen where he said he don't tell his women his problems. He go tell a therapist because a woman
Yeah,
going
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
whatever. That's your problems, and that's why there's problems at home. So let her know what your problem is, and then if she cares enough and she receives that well, then that's the woman for you. And then
Right.
anyway, and she does what she needs to do to correct that, then I could deal with that. But
But you just going out and just
you
cheating,
just cheating because you want this, that, and the third,
and you
and then
never
want to use
communicated it.
he could have communicated what he wanted to cheat or that he wanted.
Right.
No, no.
You knew he
So
wanted some buns.
no, yeah. So whatever the reason is for that, I just don't condone. I don't deal with. I won't have anything to do with cheating. I just won't. But lack of effort, if I could communicate, and depending on what's going on or what's happening, depending on what the reason for the lack of effort is, if it's something that we go around, then we can get through that. As long as we communicate and figure it out. If your lack of effort is because you don't like me, then get the fuck on.
In short,
I wanna
no is a complete sentence. That just settled it all right there.
but I wanna go back to something you said, and we ain't gonna talk about it long because this
No,
is
no,
a
no.
whole can of
It
worms.
is.
That podcast snippet that you saw when he was talking about that, and what I'm talking about is when Trisha Michelle pointed out on that podcast snippet where he was talking about the attention to detail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um I would say that when I'm trying to think how can I word this? Trish Michelle, can you break down what you saw in that clip?
So, and I'm
Describe
not.
it from your standpoint.
So don't quote me in it. And basically he's talking about why he prefers to see a therapist. He's saying he prefers to see a therapist. He will never tell a woman about any of his problems, any of his concerns, anything that's going on with him, because at the end of the day, all they're gonna do is use it or throw it in their face, throw backfire or whatever. Like they don't really care. So he prefer to say it there, tell a therapist about it, because at the end of the day, that person cannot do that. So it's safe. It can't happen, which I do understand where he's
Yeah.
coming from with that, because there are individuals, and I won't just say women, there are people, friends, men, people in general that do get information from you, your trials, your tribulations, your wrong, your poor decisions, whatever. And then when it's convenient for them or when they want to do whatever to you, belittle you, whatever, they throw it in your face. So yeah, it's hard to feel safe somewhere. But I feel like if there is a woman that you are with or a man where you feel like you cannot tell them anything because they're going to throw it in your face. I'm not your past traumas though. But if you feel like the person that you are currently with is going to do that, then that is not the person for you. But do not treat me as such if you haven't even tried to see if I'm capable of anything more than what you've been used to.
Yeah,
I like that.
and that's what I was gonna point out too. Like everything you just said was spot on. But I think from I can only say it from a man's standpoint. Traditionally, men have had issues trusting women, especially not saying if it's your wife or something like that, but I mean women that they're dating with certain pieces of information. Because like they said, the downfall of a lot of great men was a woman, and it was because he
Yeah.
was pillow talking or telling her information about himself, and she knew his weaknesses.
Yes.
And and that's hard for a person, male or female, if you've been in a situation where you've divulged these weaknesses to somebody and then they turn it around and used it against you later on.
Yeah.
So I think in his case, I think just listening to him in the interview, just that little snippet I saw, that's what it sounded like to me, that
Oh yeah, you
he
could
had,
tell he's coming
yeah,
from that.
he's coming
That's
from a
what
place
that
of
walk of
hurt.
life
Yeah,
that and that's why I said I can understand because I do understand where he is coming from by
yeah,
far.
yeah,
For sure. But we can't be just our past and we can't let certain things define us. We have to grow. And I understand that. And that's not him. That's the women that too,
You
because
did, yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
day, these are the partners that he's choosing. And those
yeah,
same partners are individuals. We have to grow as a people to no longer be that because no one's perfect. Everybody's doing, but to use it, and a lot of men do end up in a lot of situations where a woman then said something about something. Now he's dead. Now he's set up. Now he's this. He's that.
Hmm.
Whatever. Because she didn't took information that he has said or they learned about him that they didn't even know, and now they doing this, that, and the third. So in a world where that is super important, I understand how that is something that you really have to be careful with. But to never talk to your woman about anything, there is
That's
a
crazy.
big gap of disconnect that you guys can never. There's a certain level of relationship will never meet.
yeah,
And what's funny is that it's almost as similar as a woman who is used to dealing with toxic men, and that's her story. You get what I'm saying? Like she loved toxic men and she thought cool, the boring men who brought flowers and did all of that weren't her cup of tea. And she gets older and now she realized all that energy that she was given to toxicity or, the wildness and all of that kind of stuff just wasn't good for her because it wasn't a good, it didn't bring her to a marriage or anything like that. You have to evolve from that stuff. But people get stuck in their traumas. And
Yeah.
nowadays, with podcasts and with things of that nature, you can go out and put it out there, and then it magnifies it 10 times more. Because although that's your experience, bro, you 50, and you should be a little bit more evolved in how you're dealing with life, society, women, all of that type of stuff. And it can be crazy if you're not careful. You'll get stuck in a cycle, and then somebody gonna still like you and still want to use you. So you gotta be careful.
yeah. That is 100% spot on with both of y'all. I don't have anything else to add to that. Good information. All right. So the next question on the list is emotional neglect the real relationship killer? Because again, I know from a man's standpoint, a lot of times women will minimize what a man needs emotionally,
Hmm.
because let's just be honest, what a man's emotions are usually the last things that most people think about or most
Hmm.
people consider, right? Because they're telling you to be tough, suck it up, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? uh you know Let that go, get past that, be tough, move on, don't let that bother you.
Hmm.
And everybody's human, like, so
Right.
they're gonna be affected by something that's gonna, what I'm saying, cause them to feel some type of way emotionally. So everybody's emotions should be considered. But when you're not considering the emotions of the other person, that can make a relationship go down the hill really fast.
I agree.
Yeah. I
Especially
agree.
and it depends on again. the person's level of emotional maturity. Some people grew up, they were younger, but they matured faster. So their mature level and their emotional level is a little bit more maybe advanced than others. So wherever you're meeting at emotionally, with your partner or with yourself, listen, you got to understand everybody ain't on the same emotional level. Some people will cry in a minute over an issue. Some dudes will. That's just who they are. They were raised by women. They're a little bit more emotional and sensitive than others. So you got to know what you're dealing with out here. You can't just jump into stuff and then just expect everybody to be on the same level of frequency, from all those levels. So you got to be careful, man.
In a wonderful world, it would be great for there to be some type of emotional course for everyone to take, because I think this part is tricky. Yes, the lack of emotional. What did you say it was? Emotional. I don't want to say.
Intelligence.
Challenge.
Yeah. So I believe that can end a relationship for sure, but at the same time, lack of communicating your emotions can lead to that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it will seem as if a person does not care. But on the other side, it is one's job to, if you so called love or care for someone so much, to ask about them emotionally, like you said, check on them emotionally as well. How are you doing? How you feeling? But it's hard when, and I'm just speaking from a female's standpoint, a man won't say he's hurt by what you did. So we're supposed to guess or make sure we trickle that in there and assume that he is, because if not, he's just might be acting, I'll say bratty or in his feelings or upset, and we have to navigate that. But then resentment grows when it seems like we don't care. But we do, but how? When we can't even figure out exactly what's going on. So it's a horrible rodeo that we go through, this roller coaster up and down trying to figure it all out. No one's solving for yes because we don't even know how to get there. So it's pretty tricky when it comes to the emotions, and I just want to let men know. I know it's not safe everywhere for you, but please find someone where it is safe, because that is the relationship that will work. Because you have to be able to tell them that something hurts you, or you don't like this, or this made you upset, sad, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you are not less of a man just because you feel. We are all made to feel.
Right.
So
And what's crazy about that though is you can be stereotyped and looked at a little bit different if you're a man and you process your emotions more on from a female side. Like
yeah,
you'll get frowned upon for that. Like, he reacts like a woman. You get what I'm saying? Like everything
that's the
is
society today, and
emotionally
that's so
charged.
sad.
Right.
That's so trash.
But
Like,
it's part of
and
not
it's part of
necessarily right.
ancestral
Yeah.
fashiong too.
It's
For
part of
you
stuff that
gotta,
has to
you're not
right.
allowed to cry. You gotta stand up. You gotta be the man. You gotta hold it down. And yes, in some sense, you are supposed to be the man, the protector, this and that. But you are a human.
Right.
Like, things will hurt you. So to act as if this human is just this robot that doesn't feel anything is just crazy, and that sucks for you guys.
It's
Yeah.
out there and it's going to happen. I think a lot of men have to mature out of that phase because they were taught one way, they were raised one way.
Hmm.
And I think nowadays, yeah, we do have the resources. You gotta use what your resources give you, man, because we're in the information age. Like we're in the mentorship age. Like you can find a dope mentor. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to be an island by yourself in today's time. I know we think that a lot, but there are some really good mentors out there that can really help us. There's some really great therapists out there.
I was
There's
gonna
some,
say, and we always will say it, tap into therapy, everybody, men
yeah,
and women, because men to be able to communicate your emotions, and women how to receive that, because he ain't no little bitch boy because he came to tell you that you hurt his feelings.
right. He probably need to tell you because he probably got killer
And you got a lot of
mentality
men
in his
acting out of
system. You got to be careful.
aggression because they holding in everything else. Not saying that's right either. But when
Hmm.
they want to boot bop your ass because he don't know how what else to do, he can't come to you and tell you he's sad. You want him to be macho all the time.
And
So
he
it's
giving
like
you a two piece is how you think he ought to express it. It can be
they
pretty
have,
crazy because some people do view that as they teach you in some therapy classes to go hit the punching bag.
well,
Some
I mean, it
people,
is a form of letting out,
yeah,
whatever the hormone is. Like you let it out so that the frustration and stuff is
Mm-hmm.
gone. So that is important for everybody. They tell you what to go break the plates, throw the axes, and
Mm-hmm.
yell and smash stuff, whatever the case may be. Some people do need that, but that
Yeah,
should be what the conversation with your loved one should feel like when you're getting it out. You're able to breathe again. Like, okay, I let them know how I felt. She received it, or vice versa. Now you guys can move forward. But in a world where it seems like no one cares about your emotions, that's horrible. So therapy is necessary on both ends.
Facts.
yeah. You got to have that outlet, and make sure the things that Trisha Michelle mentioned. Make sure you do those outside of the house. Don't throw axe at home. Don't break plates
Oh
at
yeah,
home,
don't do that.
and don't
Yeah.
turn somebody into a punching bag at home, male or
Yeah, don't.
female.
Hit,
Because
you hit my listen. You hit my wall. You hit the walls in my house. We got a problem.
well,
You,
I
that, that-
I want to say this, and when we talk about things like this, outlets, and being able to have an outlet for your emotions, whether you're male or female, and you have anger issues, you need an outlet, but keep your hands,
To
feet,
yourself.
elbows, knees, whatever the case may be, to yourself.
Hands and
Because
any other object.
yes, because listen, this is 2026. Women want equality. Now women out here getting two-piece just like dudes from dudes. So
that
you
is a
can't
fact.
you can't be out here hitting and punching dudes and not expect them to hit you back, because this ain't 1980s. These 2026 dudes will lean on you,
Facts.
and
Hey,
I mean,
Be
and
careful.
I can't say rightfully
I
so,
don't
but I mean,
condone
you
no
putting your
domestic
hand on people.
violence, but you put your hands. I teach my kids, somebody hit you, hit them back.
So yeah, because I done seen some videos of some chicks knock some dudes out, and
Defend
I'm pretty
yourself.
sure he wasn't anticipating that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He's just trying to not. He's trying to avoid hitting her, and she trying to knock his block off. So you
She done.
know,
She done. What was Baby D? She Baby D. You know what I'm
hey
saying? Your
man,
boy. You know
hey,
what
like Trisha Michelle said, she hit him with the boo bop, and now
I'm saying?
Hey,
he
Mink,
on World Star.
mink,
Facts.
bop, mink.
mink, mink, mink.
All right. So the last question though here is, so talk to me about one thing that you see people do, or maybe you've done yourself in a relationship, that that people need to stop doing, right? When they get into a relationship, they get comfortable. What is one of the things that maybe you regret doing, or that you see people do all the time, that you're like, man, that is detrimental when people get in relationships and this happens?
Hmm.
See,
I'll
for me,
say.
okay, go
Oh
ahead, go ahead.
no. Go ahead. You can go.
No. I didn't know if you all were ready, but I was just
Oh,
gonna
okay,
say,
yeah.
for
So
one
I'll say,
one
and it's just
thing.
because I heard a lot of people
Go ahead, go ahead.
uh complaining about it recently of late. Is that partner don't talk a lot.
Hmm.
Mm,
He may be a little slow.
No. They've, like you said, comfortability. They're complacent. They're in their robotic whatever. They know that this person is gonna be here at night, late in the bed, and whatever. So their phone or their group chats with the boys or the girls and their group chats or whatever, and whatever it is that they do, or even if it's just doing other stuff throughout the day, but y'all are not speaking, or this, or the words are
Hmm.
very few.
yeah,
It's, very little. It's lacking a full conversation. That it tends to die down, or to feel like the person is losing interest in you, because of what other thing could you take it as, especially if you're not going to communicate, and people have a hard time communicating, so they're going to
Hmm.
assume. And if
Right.
you just continue to do that and assume and hold this, you're gonna start to feel like this person doesn't want you. And it may be that. So you might need to have that conversation too. But I've seen or heard a lot of that going on lately. And I don't know, I can't really say what it is because I have no clue. But people need to make sure that just because the person is in front of them, that you still need to talk to them and have
yeah,
conversations with them and communicate. And whatever we are talking about, you guys have interest, or else y'all wouldn't have got together at some point. And if you don't, then you need to reassess that.
yeah,
But to not talk to your partner at all, just like you said, how's your day? How you doing? Even those small little questions, but transition those into just other questions. What's our goals? What we building at? What we want to do this? What's next? What's our plans? well, here's the month of what we got April coming up. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what is it looking like? Let's talk to one another. I think the talking is becoming very less and lifeless, shall I say.
Yeah.
Meaningful conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes it can be meaningful. Sometimes it could just be y'all just in a BSing. But
Even if it's dumb.
yeah, just talking about random, dumb stuff.
Sometimes we
You know,
send memes back and forth communicating
yeah,
about the show baddies, and then we start laughing about whatever's going on there because we know the show and it's funny. It ain't got nothing to do with our lives, but we thought, look, see, I told you, or I knew it. Remember what such and such happened? See what I said? And just even that little moment, real quick. You're
yeah,
talking to them. You're
yeah.
you're making sure that they're at some point in your day, like something is going on. And there was some little thing I seen, and I don't know if it's true. Women only need 45 minutes out of the day of attention from a man to feel good. Like, I don't
45 minutes.
they say of like the direct intentional like conversation. Like if you
Okay.
give them throughout that, they'll be fine.
I
I don't
can
know.
believe
Who
that.
knows? That's social media. I don't believe half the little clips I see,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Really,
you
when
gotta
you
be intentional.
I think
Converse.
really when you think about it, like the 45 minutes to an hour seems reasonable because when you look at it, if you're going to work most of the day, you're getting
Right.
up in the morning, you're going back and forth, you're getting dressed, you leave,
Yeah,
that type of stuff, and you come home, you got kids, you got to get dinner together, you got to get stuff together for the next day. Yeah,
that does
about
sound
a
about
yeah,
time wise right within the
yeah.
24. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it might come in chunks, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah,
not
that's
all at
what I was
one
thinking.
time, but
Pieces put together.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I could see that. So, but yeah, I mean, I completely understand that, and I think it's just that comfortability of that person. Well, they know what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
heard me talking to on the phone to so and so, so I'm pretty sure. And that's one thing too that I don't like when people are talking to someone on the phone in your presence and they feel like you're listening to their conversation. So whatever information they're
You should
talking
have
to
got it.
that person about, you should know it too, because you didn't
Yeah.
hear me tell someone no, because you weren't
Mm-mm.
talking to me.
Talking to me. Right.
Yeah,
Like
when
I'm not
you're
paying
not
attention
talking to
to
me,
your
I tune
convo.
you out.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not listening to your
and I want an
conversation.
intentional come tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
to be. I like to be direct, so I like to be specific. So
Yeah.
I kind of like people to approach in that way. So that's kind of my thing. I kind of expect what I want from others.
We all do.
You know what I mean? And so sometimes you got to kind of get out of that because you want a
Mhm.
thing a specific way all the time. And it's just not going to happen because everybody's life is busy. Everybody's doing something. So everything isn't going to go your way 100% of
Yeah.
the time.
All right. So with that, right quick, Benji, I don't know if you had something additional, but the only thing I was gonna say, one thing that I know that a lot of times that people don't people fall off on when they get in relationships is dating. Like we talked about
Yeah.
earlier, you have to
Yeah.
continue to date, right? Like they
Hmm.
don't have date nights anymore because a lot of times, you're tired, you got kids, you got all this stuff going on, but you still gotta find time to have date night. It doesn't have to be some five-star dinner, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
could just be, "Hey, let's go get some ice cream right quick, and
Yeah.
let's just sit down at the ice cream spot for 30, 45 minutes, an hour or so, and just sit across the table from each other or sit next to each other and just talk." You know what I'm
Hmm.
Now,
saying?
now you got to know if she lactose intolerant, fam. You got to be communication
She
is
can get
important.
some so what is it? Sherbet, sorbet,
Yeah,
whatever.
you got to know.
Yeah.
She
You got
Yeah,
to
doesn't
there's
know.
the
options.
world is too in tune with all these different things.
You can't. Don't
There's
be
lactose free ice
that
cream.
that backfire is can be crucial.
Well,
It
let's
can
go
be
get some cookies.
Right.
some crumble cookies,
Let's
so you can do something. You know what I'm talking
whatever
about?
the case may be, know your woman or man, and don't let's just not take them to that spot. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
take them to
yeah.
Crumble, take them to whatever the other places are called out here in the world for cookies and sweet treats.
I just took the wife to for some Baskin Robbins 31 flavors. And boy, they got the best butter pecan ice cream I've never tasted. So that's the pull up spot. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, we
I
Hit it
think
actually
up.
butter pecan is like a staple of aging.
I
See, listen,
I
I'm
listen.
not saying
disagree.
there's
I've
anything
been
wrong with
I've
I
butter
been
been
pecan.
eating
eating
butter
I
I've
like
pecan
been
since I was
eating
a
butter
kid.
pecan since I was a
I
youngin.
like butter
Yes.
pecan, but I'm gonna say most of the time, most younger kids' palates do not like butter
I
pecan.
think butter
They don't.
pecan is a southern thing first and
It's a southern
foremost.
thing. Yes, I
And
agree.
Okay,
then
I
it
would
might
agree
be
with
an
that.
older thing for other places.
I
But
do
in
agree
the
with that.
South, like butter
Butter
pecan is a
pecan
staple.
is staple.
Yeah, because my dad loves butter pecan. My
Yeah,
friend's mom, who's from down, like their origination is from South and Midwest stuff like
Yeah.
that. They love butter
try.
pecan. That's their ice cream. I remember I
Yeah.
was younger and I was like, "This is nasty." Then I got
It's
older and I was
fire.
like, "Give me that
This
butter
is
pecan.
fire.
This is
Amazing.
fire."
It's amazing. I'm trying to tell you, it'll bless your life. It's kind of like black eyed peas. I didn't like them when
Shoot,
I was a
I buy it
youngin.
in the house and the kids like, "Who's eating this?" Me.
I love
And
it when
rightfully
they
it's
don't like
me.
what I bring into the
And thank
house.
God
Cause
none of you are little crumb snatchers.
facts,
Facts.
broke best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
but yeah, that'll work. That'll work for me. Yeah.
All right. So here are a few signs that the relationship is not being maintained. Look out for these. And if any of these strike a chord with you in your current situation, you got work to do. All right.
Mhm.
First thing, communication disappears. We talked about that one, right? That's a big one. It's been mentioned multiple times tonight. And when the communication disappears, trouble in paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is a big one right here. You feel like roommates, right?
Mm.
I think if you're in a relationship with somebody any length of, extended length of time, you're gonna hit this phase where you feel like they say two ships passing in the night, where you just kind of going through the motions and y'all just existing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got
Yeah.
to be
Ooh.
careful with that and notice that when that's happening, don't just continue to overlook it. Do something about it
Yeah,
because
take
it's
a
only
moment.
going to get worse.
Slow
It's only going to
down.
get,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Ooh,
it's only going to get worse. All
yikes.
right. No effort in spending time together. Again, like we just said, date nights,
Mhm.
movie nights, sit down with each other. Even if it's something as simple as sitting down, like, she said, watching Baddies, watching the episode of Baddies together. That's
We sat down
time
and
that
played
you're sitting
blackjack.
together.
It's
Spend it. Yeah. Just
Mm-hmm.
just sit down and spend some time together. Like have some common things, what I'm saying, that you do in order to spend that time together. So, and the last one on here is silent resentment.
Mm.
And like you talked about earlier, having things going on, feeling a certain way, upset about stuff, but ain't saying nothing. Like
that's the
that
worst.
is detrimental
It's
to the fifth
brewing.
power. Yeah. So that's never going to help anybody. So you have to have the ability to be transparent with your partner. And if you can't be transparent with them, then you might need to reevaluate being with that person.
Yeah,
All
facts.
right.
Y'all got some work to do, huh?
Hey, none of us are perfect, so we're not saying if any of these pop up, it's over. But go back to rule number one: communicate and figure out what's going on.
Facts.
Yup. And you got to keep in mind that relationships rarely collapse overnight. They slowly
Facts.
starve from a lack of
Slowly
attention.
graduating.
So, again, these things that we're pointing out, watch them, watch when this stuff starts to happen, and don't be lackadaisical in your approach to it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and try to fix it when you notice it because just like a crack in the foundation in your house, you let it go too long, you're done for.
Right.
Yep,
Cost you
Major,
more too.
major damage. Facts. It's definitely gonna cost you way more.
definitely very
Uh,
costly.
All right. So here's some what I call fire advice. 3 practical actions that couples can start immediately. Like y'all can start
Ooh,
doing this tonight,
good day.
uh, right now.
Well, we
All
know
right.
what y'all could do tonight for sure,
Yeah.
Well,
but
we've already talked about that.
There's a few things you could do tonight.
You can do it right now. You know what I'm
you
saying?
could
Yeah.
Like
Soon as you could
don't
do
wait
worry.
till
yeah.
the show's over, but then you could do it after that.
I
All right.
mean, put your meta glasses on.
Whoa, you don't want to do that. Don't do the
They're
meta
getting sued
glasses.
right now for
Yeah,
that.
because people are looking at your footage on the other end of that. So you don't want to do that with the meta glasses on. Sounds crazy, sounds exciting, but unless you want to do your OnlyFans on meta,
Put them in the case because
you,
people done put them
yeah,
on the
yeah,
counter and it's still been recording
yeah, you probably don't need to do
Hmm.
that. All
Yeah,
right,
mine stay in my car, so we good.
in the
all
car.
right,
Yes, they do.
all right. So 3 practical actions couples can take to immediately start, to help maintain your relationship. Number one, weekly relationship check-in.
Hmm.
Whatever that looks like to you, you can sit down and just ask your significant other, okay, we having a good week. What can we do next week to make this better?
Mm-hmm.
Once a week. It ain't y'all could do Wednesdays, y'all could do the same day every week. Y'all could just put a reminder in your phone to talk about it. Sounds corny, but it's very effective. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? If you ask this, you do a lot of stuff every week that
Mm-hmm.
is detrimental. So why not do something every week that's good for you?
Why
How about
not?
that? All right. Protect your quality time. Schedule time like an appointment. Now we got these phones. You can put time in your phone. I don't care if it's 10, 15 minutes dedicated to just sitting down with your partner and saying, okay, how was your day today? Give them that time to talk to
Right.
you and you talk to them. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's simple stuff, right? We just have to be willing to, what I'm saying, engage that and speak appreciation daily. It's something that that person does every day and you appreciate it. And some stuff you don't never say anything about it because it's something that you maybe feel like they're supposed to do or they should be doing. But you know, hey, they take out the trash. I appreciate you taking out that trash. I've been
Mm-hmm.
guilty of that. Say, why you telling me you appreciate me taking out the trash? I'm supposed to do this. When my approach should have been, you know what? I appreciate you appreciating me doing something that I'm supposed to do because just because you said that, that's supposed to be a battery in my back to say, you know what? I'm doing a good job doing something.
Mm-hmm. I
Right.
appreciate that. I didn't have to tell you.
See? see, you look at it, it's a bunch of different ways you can look at it, but it's just appreciating. I mean, sometimes it's just the thing of, okay, if you see your significant other coming in the house on the cameras, go open the door. Just go meet
Mm-hmm.
them at the door. Open the door, unlock
That's
the
a good
door
one.
for them.
That's a
You know what
good
I'm
one.
saying? And fellas, if you know your lady got some baggage that she comes in with every day, some books from work, from school, or her stuff from job, go meet her at the car. You know what I'm saying? Like we got these cameras, we got all this technology and stuff like this. We got all these cheat codes, but
Mm-hmm.
we using it to cheat, but not cheat codes that help to help us. You know what I'm
Yikes.
saying? Like have a better approach to things that we could, right? We
Right.
use the technology for all the wrong things, and
Yeah.
we make excuses for not having the right things done.
Facts.
Um, but you got to remember, man, people stay where they feel valued. So
Yeah.
wherever you feel valued, you're gonna feel comfortable enough to stay there and be there. And I know for me personally, we've talked about this many times on the show. People go where they find peace, right?
Right.
So strong relationships are not accidents, man. They're maintained intentionally. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be intentional in your actions if you want to maintain your relationship, especially at a high level similar to a car, right? If you got a high end car, I ain't gonna say nothing about the people on this show, but some of us got some cars, and it's maintenance involved, and you got to do
Right.
some things, right? So
Facts.
if you got to take it here, do this, do that, and it's gonna cost you this, but you have to be intentional about maintaining that car because you know what? If you don't, guess what it's gonna do? Break down, just like
Facts.
a
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Just
Yep.
Facts.
like a relationship, same process. Maintain your relationship, keep up with it, daily deposits.
Mm-hmm.
All these things that we mentioned on this episode will help you tremendously in your daily treks and lives. Okay, so the final question that I have for you all, and I want the audience to chime in as well. Um, Benji, what's the most important thing that you feel like um helps maintain a relationship? If you could pick one thing.
I would say respect.
Okay.
I would go with the respect aspect
Okay. Expound
because
on
I
that,
think
please, sir.
because I think ultimately at the end of the day, um, love. You can't say you love me and disrespect me.
Mm,
I can't say I love you and disrespect you. I can't say I value you and then disrespect your feelings or disrespect how you feel. Like, so I think respect goes a long way. Like it's one of those things where I feel it's like a common courtesy. Like you don't know the judge when you walk. If you've ever been in a courthouse or whatever, you don't know the judge personally. But when the judge walks in, the common thing you have to do is stand and rise.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's just a common thing. It's something that's supposed to be done. And it's like you wouldn't fight against that, even though you don't know who this judge is from left or right. You probably would never, you probably don't even, you know what I'm saying, like him maybe if you knew a little bit more about him. But at the end of the day, if you walk in his courtroom, guess what you have to do? You have to actually rise. You have to actually stand up, because it's just a common courtesy. It's just something that you have to do. So I think that would be something for me. It's just respect level.
Okay. All right, Trish Michelle.
I think she on mute.
You on mute.
My bad.
No, you're getting old. You're getting old. It's okay.
No, I forgot I put it on mute, and then I moved the whole screen, so I couldn't even tell I was. So, but no, I was saying restate. What was the question, real quick, so I can make sure what I'm answering.
Well, I was just saying, if there's one thing that you could point out in a relationship that could be helpful to people to maintain a relationship, what would it be?
I'm gonna say communication. Like, I'm just very big on that. I've seen it everywhere, and where it doesn't exist, or where one person can communicate effectively and the other person. And it's not just communicating, because just because the person can communicate, the other person, you need to also possess the ability to listen and receive that information. Because if you can't even understand what is being said to you, it doesn't matter. They can go blue in the face telling you how they feel or trying to communicate with you. So the listening and communicating, you got to listen and communicate properly. So I think that kind of trickles into everything else, all the other problems. How can you said respect, and sometimes what was okay over here isn't okay over there. How you were brought up one way isn't how this person was brought up. So to them, that's disrespectful, or their cultures, or whatever the case may be. But how will you know that if no one communicated it, or you didn't ask, or you couldn't comprehend what they were saying because you don't know how to listen? So I think that's going to be major for me always, is communicating in a relationship.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. I agree with both of what you all said. I mean, the communication thing is always going to be paramount when you approach anything dealing with relationships. I don't care if it's a relationship with somebody that you love, or somebody, a friendship, or anything, any type of relationship at all, even with your kids. You have to know how to communicate with those people. Because everybody's going to be different in their approach. Everybody's going to be different in what I'm saying, how they receive things, and how they, and like Trish Michelle said, one of the biggest things is listening. A lot of folks like to talk, like the yap, 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 but they don't know how to listen. And listening is a huge part of the communication aspect, because some of you all just want to tell everybody how you feel, and then when they tell you how they feel, you don't even remember that. You don't remember none that part of the conversation at all, and that's why y'all keep having the same issues, because you're not listening and communicating effectively. That's the key: communicating effectively.
Yes.
All right. So before we roll out, Trish Michelle, let the people know something.
Well, guys, I'm back from my trip, so I'll be having to do some more YouTube videos and whatnot. So make sure y'all follow me over there on YouTube, Trisha Michelle underscore TM, and then of course Trisha Michelle underscore TM on Instagram and all that good stuff. I won't be taking no trips. I'm probably gonna go camping. I just like to live life. So follow me over there. And then outside of that, I will say I do want to make sure that I reiterate to the men. I mean, anyone in general, like, your emotions matter, you matter, your feelings matter, but seek therapy if you need it. Men, find someone where it's safe. Make that person, I mean, of course, find someone you could trust, who respects you and all those other things. But at the same time, feel safe there where you can talk, where you can say how you feel, because your feelings matter. At the end of the day, this relationship ain't just about her, and don't let her think that.
Facts. All right. Y'all heard her.
like
She
that.
said it. She said that.
She said it. She said it.
Yeah. A lady said that. So, ladies.
A lady said
Because
that.
I'm just tired
Take
of
heed.
it. I'm tired of it.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I like that. I dig that.
All right, Benji Banks, the man of the brand. Talk to the people.
Man, you know how it is, man. Gosh, man, God has been good, man. So I'm grateful for that. So I just want to say, man, if you can find it throughout your daily life, find something to be grateful for, man. You might be going through some stuff, you might be dealing with some stuff, but there's something you can be grateful for. and find something to be grateful for. And if you can, focus on that. I've learned that when you put yourself in that space of sense of gratitude, like more grateful things start to come your way. And as you continue to focus on that aspect of being grateful, like you start to notice a lot more positive things. Solid doesn't mean everything's going to be solid all the time, but good things start to slowly come your way, and good people start to slowly come your way. And in all of that spaces, man. But if you're just an ungrateful person, man, people just ain't gonna want to dig you, because people going through stuff, and they spent an hour driving to come holler at you, and then you get over there and you ungrateful. You think they finna make that drive again for you? And then I brought you some chicken wings and some fish and some Long John Silver crumbs, you know what I'm saying? If that's your thing, and a Dr. Pepper, and you tripping,
Man, I ain't had
man.
Long John Silver in a
In
minute.
a minute, yeah, man. Ken was talking about that. But find something to be grateful for, man. There's a lot to complain about. You can complain about Trump. You can complain about Iran. You can complain about this. You can complain about that.
The
There's a
gas
lot.
prices.
Yeah. Shout out
Especially in California.
when you got an electric car. It don't even bother you. I'm just saying. But
Hey, somebody asked me today, and I said, I don't know.
I don't know. I got them kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? Modern day problems require modern day solutions. I know gas is $6-7. I
We
know
knew
it,
that was
but
going to happen a long time ago, hence the reason of getting an electric car.
facts. But if you don't adjust, find something to be grateful. I'm grateful that I ain't got to spend money on giz ass. You get what I'm saying? So,
I don't think you want to say gas like that ever
I
again.
mean, I'm just saying, you know,
No, we ain't got to spend no money on his ass.
You spend some money on. Never mind.
yeah. Never mind. No, you can't go down to Figueroa no more, Ken. They got cameras down there now.
Do they?
Yes, they get. See, she was in Dominican Republic. She don't know. They
I
don't
was
put
like,
cameras
wow,
down
so
there
much
now.
has changed. And I was only gone for a week.
In a short time. But man, find something to be grateful for, man. Y'all know where to find me. You can find me all over the web like a tarantula. So holla at your boy. Fire Session. The new FYI, the new wig plug is coming out. So we got some amazing new wigs that are coming to the shop. So just a lot going on. Come and holla at your boy. And shout out to all the hairstylists that were in the Moreno Valley Mall. That when that joint got closed down, they needed a space to come
Wait, the
keep their
mall was
businesses
closed too?
flowing. Yeah, the mall closed down for like 2-3
Damn, it's
weeks.
been a week.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
When
And some of
Figueroa
the
got covered,
stylists
the
that
mall was closed and bombs had been let off. All righty.
see all kind of stuff you can complain about, but shout out to them because they needed a space, and we were fortunate enough we have the space.
That's what's
So
up.
several of them came over to our spot, and they were still able to run their business. So solid to be in a position. Like I said, when you're grateful, man, stuff comes your way. So just keep being grateful, man. Y'all keep working, keep putting in that work and being grateful, and good things gonna follow you. So
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Good things following her. She got a new gig on the Fig, and she went to Benji and bought a wig. Bars.
Hey, now.
yes,
Hey,
sir.
she had to switch
Spit
it up.
that,
The
spit
boulevard.
that ism. You know what I'm saying?
You know they
Yeah.
just went
She,
somewhere else. That's
she
the
was
thing about
hanging
it.
out on Fig. Got a new wig. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna have to put that on the record. You know what I'm
And
saying?
when she do what she do for you, you gonna be dancing the new jig,
Mm-hmm.
With that new wig.
man.
Human hair, baby.
All
Human
right,
hair, baby. In
all
all
right,
types of colors.
all right, man, all
What about
right,
the fellas?
man.
I
Be
know.
down there looking like little Kim crush on you video with all them colors on.
Uh-huh.
Hey man, listen, if that's the way she dig it, I got it. You know what I'm saying? You
Okay,
know, I ain't mad at her.
Call a
okay.
lollipop.
I had somebody come in and buy that lime green wig. I thought nobody would ever buy that thing. Somebody bought that joint. So
Mm.
hey,
Maybe,
lime green wig it is.
she might be into some role playing. See,
Hey,
that's the
look,
type of stuff we talking about. Just communicating. Her, she
you
know her
got to. I
husband.
said, look, I
She,
said I got brazen, but do you want me to bring the wig too in case I need to be somebody else?
see, that's what I'm
And now I
saying.
don't
No,
want you to
like,
be nobody else
but
No,
though.
I mean
hold
I'm
on.
not that, but you know what I'm saying?
Hear me out. Hear me
I
out.
got the brazen, but do
If
I need to
if you know the guy used to like to get his, fix on the fig back in the day, maybe you could bring something to his, what I'm saying, some nostalgia back. You know what I'm saying? He can have a fig at home.
Baby, I got a throwback for you.
You gonna wake up the whole
We
pimp in
got
the
we got
man.
McDonald's. Hey,
No,
like
he
they
gonna have
say,
to pull up. He got to drive up real quick while she walking.
hey, you know
He got
what?
to do
Hey,
the
baby,
whole
You
thing,
could be walking outside. He
can
could
you
pick
dig
you
it,
up.
baby? Can you dig
and
it,
he
baby?
come
What you
pick
doing
you
out here
up,
so
and you
late,
like,
baby?
oh yeah.
You know how they
What
used to say, we got McDonald's at home, baby. We got the fig at home. Let's go get this
you-
fig
Fig is
and
at
let's.
home for sure. If you need her to be your little street walker,
Y'all
hey, you
better
could
be
be.
careful. You gonna wake up
Hey,
that
you could be her
giant.
little night stalker. Let's get it going.
All right,
Let's get it
y'all.
on.
All right, we're gonna roll out, y'all. I just want to leave y'all with one thing, man. A great relationship isn't about finding the perfect person so you can get that out your
Right.
mind. It's about two imperfect people keep showing up for each other, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Every day, keep making the effort to know each other, to improve, and to ask the questions along the way. How can we get better together? All right.
Mhm.
So if you use that, you know what I'm saying, that'll start you on the right way. You know what I'm saying, along with the information we gave you today. So yeah, that's what Big Ken got to say. All
For
right.
sure.
So, y'all already know you've been rocking with Trish Michelle, Benji Banks, Big Ken, the Fire Session. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe with us on all platforms, all them platforms, anywhere you got, you know what I'm saying, podcasts, live shows, wherever, we there. So go,
We everywhere.
yeah, we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You never there, we everywhere.
Right.
Shout out
Get there.
to us. All right. So y'all make sure y'all keep rocking with us. Y'all hit us up on all the platforms, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, y'all stay lit. It's the Fire Session. Peace.
Deuces.